You can see now.
Yes, sir.
So now you know about the company. Any question on that about our company?
Sir, one doubt, sir, I have.
Yeah.
So, as it mentioned in the offer letter, sir, that after the 6 months you need to report it to the office location which is located in Bangalore or in the abroad, sir. So, so are we located in abroad as well, sir? If we are,
Yeah, we have office in Paris.
oh, okay, sir.
So when I was in Paris, we had started that time only. So yes, if you have good opportunity and you meet the requirements, then you will have privilege to visit.
Okay, okay, yes, yeah, that's it, sir.
Okay.
So,
Anything?
for the 6 months we won't be getting paid and no benefits like PF and health consideration, insurance.
That's right. Because right now you are not an employee.
Yes, sir.
You are considered as a trainee, right? And the discussions which I had with all of you is I will be training you on your field, and I will try to bring you up to the speed so that you clear internal interviews or client interview.
Okay, got it.
So after 3 months, we will be evaluating, and whoever will be clearing the evaluation process, you might get job. And once you become an employee, then only all salary, your PF, or whatever benefits are there, you will be eligible for.
Okay, okay, got it. Oh, that's it, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I got another one doubt.
Yeah, please.
After 3 months only, we you are providing us the interview, right, sir? Before that,
After 3 months, yes.
okay,
Sometimes it happens before also. It depends how you are performing. And let's say I have an urgent requirement, and we feel that okay, you might be suitable for that position, then you might get a chance before itself. Let's
okay,
say
but
from day one you are able to show all your talents and skills, and we have a, position open, right? And then we will try to fit if you can fill up that place.
okay, sir. I got another one doubt. Whether it is valid or not, I don't know.
Hmm.
After joining the company, is there any bond that we need to sign?
There is no bond.
Okay,
You are free to quit anytime, but only from our side we restrict one thing is we will issue the certificate only when you complete 6 months or you get job prior to that.
okay, sir.
So if you get a job prior to 6 months through our uh, help or by yourself, and you need a certificate, but to get the certificate minimum 3 months is required.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So basically, you are having a client, and for that we'll be qualifying for that, sir.
We have both. You may get a chance to work in our product itself, which is a product we are developing through our company, and you will be employee of our company, or you might be part of any client.
Okay, understood, sir. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir, will you train and deploy into the real-time project or anything other?
Yeah, I mean, you get a job means it is real time project only, not during training period. During training period, it is equivalent to real time project. So the exercises which we will be doing it is a 100% equivalent to real project,
Thank you, thank
and
you.
you will realize that within 1 week time.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody? Any other question?
Yes, sir. I have small questions, sir.
Hmm.
Where will be? You said that you will provide the interviews, right?
Hmm.
So regarding interviews, which area?
It might
You
be
will
anything,
guys.
right? It might
Mm,
be physically in your location. It might
okay.
be over phone. It might be within India. It might be outside India. So the world is dynamic, and your skills is international. The any job
Oh,
profile, whichever you have selected, each one of them has international requirement. So
yes.
everything depends on the current market situation, your skills, demand, all those criteria.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
What else, guys?
Everything is fine, sir. Let's move forward.
Awesome. Okay. Uh, Clearing the doubt is very important because until you clear it, it will haunt you and it will pull you back always. It will not allow you to do what you want to do actually. Clear it every stages. I will give you opportunity to like this to clarify your questions and feel free to do it. Sometimes when you are not able to reach me, note them down, and when you are getting a chance to talk to me, clarify them. Okay.
Sure, sir, sure.
So we discussed about our company and we did introduction to each other. Okay, now we know, and we should be able to reach out to anybody. And what best thing is, in our WhatsApp group, all people are there. If and anybody you want to talk to, feel free to message. But please do not contact or talk to anybody without any special requirement of our goal. So, some friendly talks might happen, but please be professional to talk to each other.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Now I will go through a couple of other topics which everybody needs to follow, right? So, in that, working hours and the time management. Okay. So, when we say about working hours, it completely boils down to the time which you manage being at home. In these complete sessions, what we are going to do is going to monitor your presence in the meeting, your responses whenever we are asking something in the WhatsApp or in group chat, right? How fast you are responding. So those basically gives the impression how active you are and whether you are on job or not. If you are on job, morning 9 to 6 p.m. means you should be able to respond immediately. Okay, so those will be counted. So when I say that in 3 months evaluation period, it is not that after 3 months I have 1 hour of interview and you get selected. It is not like that. Throughout 3 months, your behavior, your presence, your response, your communication, your deliverables, everything will be accounted, and based on that, your performance will be calculated. So time is the key factor, right? In especially in this remote work, because when you are in a office, at least your manager is sitting next to you or within your floor, or your lead is there with nearby you. They are observing everything what you do, and whenever they see something is wrong, they immediately guide you and bring you track on work. But in offline work, in this remote work, we don't have that opportunity to mentor you directly. So you are not within the purview of our eyes. So whatever you are doing in the background, we don't know. It is the response which you give, the presentation you give, the demo you give, right? The code which you show. Only through that we come to know about your performance. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So your time management and punctuality would be counted, and improve that. If you are weak in it, it is going to help you for your career.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then next is task assignment and reporting, right? So I think someone had already questioned how the task will be assigned, how you know what to do, who will be helping, whom to talk and all. So I will explain you in detail this one. So I will bring up use case in front of you. That will be a kind of a assignment. Okay. For every assignment, there would be need of multiple people to work on it. So in a software development, when you talk about one application, let that be a mobile app or web app, okay, or desktop app. For one application development, contribution need from so many different teams. Okay, and that starts from the business team. Okay, even before that, in that business, especially the higher level management who decide which product they want to build, the product for them or product for the client. At the end, it is some or other application or software product you are going to build. Okay, in that product, before you build it, its requirement has to be gathered. Its all details had to be noted down. Based on that, its architecture will happen, its designs will happen. Then once it is done, then will come for your different types of coding with all different technologies are there. Technology recommendation selections will happen, and then you will choose which one to do and how to do. Then you will have a development team. When I say development, mentioning the coding team. And once coding is done, testing will happen. Okay, testing is done, then your infrastructure, your deployment, maintenance, those things will follow. Log mechanism, your quality, security, performance, those things will follow. Right. So for that particular application life cycle, if you see, there are a need for all different types of teams. Okay. Now, when I give a use case to you, you have to analyze that use case and you have to try to understand what might be your role in that application. When you can judge yourself that in this application, what could be your role, and you are able to do that, you can think that you are on the right track. You can think that yes, you are able to play your role properly. Does it make sense? So the first point which I have mentioned, plan your task daily and complete with the best quality, right? So there would be one work present in front of you. Okay. And then you have to do all necessary activities which you have to. Now, initially you may not have any background, any idea what to do, what not to do. Okay. That is where I'll be helping you. So for one use case, I will help. You will learn, let's say, 50% if you are zero. I'll give you one more use case. You will learn another 25%. I'll give one more. You will learn another 20%. But when I give you the fourth use case, you should be able to do it yourself without any help. When I give you fifth one, you should be able to do it not only without help, but also as a matured professional. Okay. So we are following the assessment based on at least 5 assignments for your this entire training. So when you are able to complete 5 assignments in your area, right? If you are able to do all end to end, you can think that you are capable to get a job now. Is it clear for everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So tasks are the source of your knowledge and skills. Okay. What does it mean? See, we gain the knowledge from where? We get from books. Now we're getting from YouTube, from articles, from friends, from training, from teachers, from lecturers, professors, right? From seniors, get the knowledge, right? But in this entire session, your main knowledge will be your own hands-on task, where you either succeed or fail. If you succeed, move on with the more complex work. If you fail, learn how to do it, why you failed, and complete it, and then succeed. Move on with the next task.
Okay, sir.
So your learning will be completely practical, and it will be achieved through your constant deliveries.
Yes, sir.
And work with line manager closely to plan work and regularly report the progress to the manager. So in this session, I am your mentor. So you can consider me as your manager or lead, and you need to report to me for each and everything.
Okay, sir.
If you don't know what work need to be done, reach out to me. If you have any problem, reach out to me. If you have completed some work, reach out to me. Okay, for each and everything, I'll be your primary contact.
Okay, sir.
Sure, sir.
So once you know that certain work is given to you, now you have to
A
follow.
question, sir.
Yeah,
A question.
yeah, please tell.
Sir, concerning those, like if you want to use Azure Portal or AWS Portal to learn, how do we go about? Is there a subscription for that?
No,
Uh,
no, you need not to need any subscription for that. It is free of cost.
yeah, so
All
you'll
right.
be using your free account, and if there are certain services for which you might need to pay, so that is something which you have to pay yourself. Until you are an
Okay.
employee, you have to pay and learn yourself. But mostly, all the things which can be learned free of cost, you would be able to do in both
All right.
AWS,
Thank you.
Azure, and even in GCP also.
Thank you.
Any other question? All right. So whatever work we'll be doing, right? There are so many methodologies. In the past, software companies had been through a journey of evolutions of methodologies. That is, way of working. How do we work? Until there is certain discipline, certain processes, right? There will be a lot of mess around. So processes are built so that smoothly work can be divided, they can be planned, they can be estimated, they can be reviewed, they can be delivered, there can be feedback given, and they can be improved back once again. So out of those processes, at least I would say in the last 10 years, agile methodologies have been most popular among all communities and software companies. And it would be very important thing for you to know all the terminologies of agile and behave or set your mindset to work on the agile thought process. So as and when we go, I will be preaching for different methodologies. So I am a lead certified also in Scrum and Agile, in a large scale for very big organizations where more than 700 to 1,000 software engineers work. So you will get an opportunity to learn all those from me, provided you have a right question, and whatever I teach or train you, you learn that right away. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. So, in fact, these methodologies or this method will help all the teams. Okay, how you respond to certain situations in your work field, especially when you have software development is very unpredictable. When we don't know what would be the end product, you have certain uh, visualization of a product, but you if you don't know how you need to achieve. So in that case, this is very much important. And in the current scenario, business is changing too much because of evolution of technology. The moment one technology changes, your last software becomes obsolete. So we have to upgrade the software, or we have to change to improve the business. And nowadays, business is so fast growing that any startup, it starts with a very minimal fund, then it goes to crores or millions or billions very fast, based upon its reachability across the world. Okay? And agile methodology is proven in that manner to help the entire software development for that organization. So as much you know about this process and these methodologies, it will help you to deal with situations very smoothly and very politely. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
And it is a incremental, it is iterative work sequence, okay, which commonly known as sprints. So we plan a work for 1 week or 2 week. We name it as sprint one, sprint two, sprint three, like that. And every sprint by sprint, we make incremental progress on the product, and then we move on. And how we do
Um,
it, you will see them in the reality.
Sir, excuse me, sir. This is Jeevan.
Yes, Jivan.
Sir, as I told you in the introduction, I gone through with this one agile methodology and all in manual testing. Whether it is related to that one or different.
It is used everywhere.
Okay.
So in software specifically, we call them out, and we have training process also on it, and it is used for each and everything. Any work you do, you can use agile. Even for your
Okay.
household work, also you can use agile methodology.
Okay. Okay, sir.
For studies, also you can use agile methodology.
Hmm. Basically, it's like a basement for that.
Yeah,
Basement for
it is
everything.
a process for doing any project.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Even if you are cooking, cooking is also can be considered as a project, and in that you can use agile methodology.
Okay.
You want to read one book, you want to complete study of that book, you can use agile methodology for that.
Hmm. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
and how I can explain you, and you will realize.
Okay.
All right. So any question, any other thing you want to know on agile methodology?
No, sir. Good, sir.
There are many tools around this agile methodology. Popular one is Jira, okay, which is used for managing all sprints, your epics, stories, tasks, your planning, okay, your estimations, your reporting, everything. Okay, Jira is popular tool. We will be using Jira also. So you need to be hands-on with Jira. So in that, as I mentioned, there will be a duration of work that we plan, 1 week or 2 week. We will call that as a sprint. But in that sprint, the people who will be working, they form a Scrum team. And Scrum is a framework that helps teams to work together. So let's say in a Scrum team, I may have a combination of multiple skills people, or I may have for one particular area also. For example, I may have a Scrum team where only UI team members will be there. They will be developing the UI. And let's say that UI team is sitting in India. I will have a backend team in another city or in another country who works only in backend. Okay, that is one way. Another way is I will have a team where I will have mixed set of people. I'll have two UI developer, two backend developer, one DevOps engineer, one uh, business analyst, like that. And for every Scrum team, there will be one Scrum master. And that Scrum master is kind of a lead or manager to manage all those activities and make sure the process is being followed to work and to achieve the goals. Okay? Then this framework is sometimes called as agile project management framework also, because every activities, applications, whatever we do, we consider it as a project, and it helps to manage this project. It has it describes certain specific meetings, like we say retrospective meeting, we say backlog grooming meeting, we say brainstorm meeting. So there's so many terminologies are there. We call them as agile or scrum ceremonies also. There are many tools we use for managing them. I mentioned Jira as one of them as well. And in this, every person will have a specific role. Okay, those roles are something like you are a Scrum master, or you are a Scrum team member, or you are a business analyst, or you are a product manager, you are a developer. So those are the roles in this team structure. Clear for everybody about Scrum?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then backlog grooming. So once you have a team, right? And previously we discussed that there will be one assignment given to you. Okay. Once that assignment is given to you, the team needs to groom it. Okay. So grooming means you need to understand the requirement first. You need to raise questions. You need to ask for answers. Okay. Whoever is the related on that subject. Primary contact will be business analyst or the product owner. So product owner basically works first to get all the requirements being noted down in terms of epics stories. And when you have certain epics or stories, you basically analyze them, work with the product owner or business analyst, clarify all your questions, and make sure that you understand the requirement 100% and what will be the delivery for that. What is the customer expectation? You would understand 100%, and you agree that you understand the requirement before you go for design and coding. And when you are doing the backlog grooming, you should have certain kind of estimate in mind. After analyzing, you should be able to know it requires a database design or not, it requires a API or not, it requires a UI development or not, it is a mobile development, it is security, it is performance. What all different things can be considered or should be a part of that particular activity, you should know them, and accordingly you should provide estimate, a high level estimate, that you can do it in 1 hour, 8 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, whatever it could be. And that estimation is given as a teamwork. Any particular person can tell, multiple people also can tell based on their understanding, and then they have to tell why. If it is 1 day, why? If it is 7 day, why? And then you clarify each other and come to a point that it is not neither 1 day, neither 7 day. It may be 3 days, it may be 4 days, or it may be 1 day also, or 7 day also. So you together help each other to realize why the estimate is that. And we document that, we document the flow, and then move on with the next steps. So that is backlog grooming. Any question on backlog grooming?
No, sir. Where do we need to document that one, sir?
In Jira.
Okay.
So in old ages, we used to do it in a Word file only. But later on, so many tools were evolved. At present, Jira is the tool which is most popular.
Jira is free for everyone, right, sir?
It has free version, but not everything is free. So I will give you access to Jira for our projects,
Okay.
and you should be able to.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So once you have backlog items ready, so let's say I have given you one assignment, and that assignment has total 5 stories. Okay. Now, out of 5 stories, you have to do the prioritization. Even if I given you 5 bugs to fix, you have to do prioritization. Which bug to fix first? Which one second? Which one third? So you need to talk to the respective people, mostly business analyst or your manager, and you need to create one sequence. Based on that only, you should start working on it. So always you have to do the prioritization. When you have a 5 things, you are working on it one by one. In between, one more thing came. Then you have to reprioritize. So this topic, I have brought it as a separate slide because I have seen in the organization people to struggle uh, and create many conflicts. They say that I'm working on something, and then manager is telling to do something else. Then I forgot everything what I was doing, and that is why I'm not able to perform well, or I'm getting disturbed. It is same thing like when you say that I'm not able to do multitasking. Okay? So multitasking is must, and you have to improve the multitasking capability, especially in the agile world. When you are working on certain story, certain assignments, if business says no, we got something else more priority than that, you have to immediately jump to it and do it, but not without proper reason. You should understand the business impact reason, and you should be acceptable. You should be proactive to take up that new thing and start working on it. Okay, so keep this in mind. This lesson definitely lifelong it will help you. Whenever your manager or lead comes or your business analyst tells you to do a uh, or work on a story, by leaving your current story, don't get irritated. Understand the real reason for it, and you should be able to shift your mind from the current work to the new work.
Okay, sir.
That is why we do this backlog prioritization as a separate item, and we have separate meetings for that. And the main primary participants will be the architects, then business people, customer, and the business analyst, product owners, and the leads. So they set the priority, and as a team member, whatever is advised by the lead or the scrum master or your manager, you should accept it and do it. Initially, you are not part of the decision making or prioritization process in this learning, but once you become a experienced person, then people will start taking your input and feedback also on the prioritization. That time you also will be able to contribute to prioritize.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
All right. So once prioritization is done, then it is the backlog review. The backlog review means the list of items are there. Here, the product owner or the business analyst will explain you about the requirement. Okay, so he will share his screen, or if you are in the same office, you can come to the board and he will draw. He will explain what is the requirement which you need to develop. So that is
Okay.
called backlog review.
Okay, sir. Basically, it is done by a BA, right, sir?
It is done by the BA, but you are a part of that where you need to clarify and understand the requirement. So if you have any question, if you don't understand the requirement, this is the forum where you have to clarify everything.
Okay.
This is basically for you it is like, when you go to college, teacher will explain a lesson first, chapter.
Yes.
Once teacher explains, then you do your self studies. It becomes easy for you, because when teacher has explained you, already 25 or 50% or 60% you understand on that subject.
Hmm.
That is the session here. What teacher explains you a new lesson, that same session is this backlog review, where business analyst will explain you about the requirement.
Okay, sir. Basically, you will convert that language into a business language, right?
Yes. No, he will have it already documented. He will
Okay.
already understand the system requirement, business requirement, and he will document it, create the stories. In this meeting, he will just open up that particular page or particular story, and he will explain you the requirement.
Okay.
If there are some images, he will show. There are some business logics, he will show and explain how it should work. If there is some validation, if there are some security need to be taken care, certain percentage performance requirement is there, everything the business analyst should tell you.
Okay, sir. If we get on board in your company, is there any opportunity to become a BA and to travel to the another company to collect the business that what you called
Yes,
it as?
yes, of course.
Okay.
We have the business analyst role also, na, in our
Okay.
in
Because
those job options.
I learned somewhere like there are two types of clients, whether they will come to the company and give the requirements, or else BA need to travel to the company and to get the requirement.
Right. That is why many BA gets opportunity to work in the foreign countries,
Okay.
because many softwares which we develop, they are for European or American countries mostly. So our BA people visit there, they live there for a few months or years. Sometimes they live permanently also, and they understand the requirement from ground level and they pass it to India team.
Okay. So basically BA means you need to be master in that field, right?
Yeah, you need to have a very good domain knowledge.
Yes, like 8 to 10 years of experience.
Not necessarily 8 to 10 years. You can start as a fresher.
But you need to gain some like expensive knowledge on this project, right? On the
Yes,
domain.
but that will come gradually only. Now everybody has to start from zero.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I mean, it is not that you have to be a Java programmer or UI developer first or DevOps engineer, then become a BA. No. If you want to go to BA field, right away you should start.
Okay, sir.
And we at GTS, we are helping you out to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that is backlog review or refinement. Any question? Any more question on this?
Clear, sir.
So now you understand your requirement. Okay. And one more thing, let me tell you about this. See, these steps or processes are very, very important. Okay. Now, let's say you joined a company and your company is not agile compliant, because there are many people who don't know even how agile works. They did not go through any official training or something. They know some terminologies, but they don't know how it really works. Okay. So they will not follow process, and they will suddenly, let's say they will give you one requirement and they will say you implement it. I don't know anything, you have to implement and give it to me. Okay. In 2 days or 3 days, don't accept it. Remember all these steps which I am telling. Okay, follow them. Go through each of these process. Even your company is not following it, you keep it in your mind and make sure you do it personally. When I say personally, let's say backlog review, where I said business analysts need to explain it to you. Okay. Now, let's say your company do not have business analysts at all. In that case, make sure that requirement either will come from your manager or lead. So in that case, you yourself try to understand it and you act that you are doing backlog review, and you ask all your questions from your lead or manager, whoever is giving the requirement to you. If you follow these steps, nobody will be able to pull you down or reduce your efficiency. Your efficiency is your productivity, and that will boil down to your quality of your deliveries. If you don't analyze the things properly, you will miss multiple scenarios, and then when QA will test, they will find 100 bugs. Then you will say, no, this requirement was not given to me, it is not mentioned in the requirement. Then your lead will say, no, you should have basic understanding. These are very basic, you should know everything. Then they will say that no, your performance is not good because you did not do it well. The moment you start arguing or fighting with your manager with such kind of topics, they will give you lower points for your growth. Understand?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So follow these things, it will help. Sprint planning. So now you have a particular project work to do. So how you will do this project, right? So you have to plan it. When I say plan, you understand the requirement. Now you have to see what all different tasks you have to do to achieve this entire application. You have to do design, you have to do coding, you have to do testing, database design, you have to write a script. What all different activities you have to do, everything you have to plan, and you have to split them out into small pieces of work. And for every small piece of work, you should give some estimates. That this will take 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hour, 10 hours, something like that. That will help you to identify many unknowns and many uncertain scenarios also. It will discover many risks also.
Sir, could you please repeat this one more time, sir?
When you have a particular work given to you,
Okay.
you have to split it into many small pieces of work.
Like before doing the work.
No, before doing the work, yes.
Okay. What about the time mentioned, sir? Before doing the work, we need to mention the time, right?
Yes. I'll give you one example for your
Okay.
benefit. Okay. So let's say you have to develop one login page. Okay.
Okay.
Now the business analyst came to you and he told that, okay, you have to develop one login page where you should be able to enter your user ID and password, hit the submit button or login button. It should log in and come to a home page. This is the
Login page.
requirement.
Okay.
Okay. Business analyst does not know you are a developer, UI developer, or Java developer, or DevOps engineer, or tester. He does not know. He gave this requirement as a team to you. Business analyst doesn't need to know also what is your role. He will come to the team. If you have any business question, he will clarify that for
Okay.
login, how many characters should be there? Should it be email ID only? Should it be something else? What is the password? Those are the questions which you should ask
Okay.
during the review process.
Okay.
Okay, the business requirement is clarified, and you have to implement it. Now,
Okay.
when you are going to implement, you have to now split or figure out what all different tasks need to be done. For example, you need a database where your user ID and password should be there to
Yes.
validate. You need one API which will call the backend side, which will verify the user ID password.
Yes.
You need one UI page where you will design it. You need the color combination, positioning of the buttons, your text fields and all.
Hmm.
Then once this requirement UI is developed, API is developed, then it will be deployed somewhere. So
Yes.
DevOps engineer needs to know what they will deploy, what is the infrastructure they have to create, what security they need to provide, how they will log the things, how they will monitor the things. So DevOps work will be done.
Okay.
Then someone needs to test it. So QA person needs to know what they need to test, what is the use test case, what is the test scenario, how to automate the testing.
Okay.
So on this requirement, you realize that every team has some or other contribution.
Yes. Yes.
By having only one particular skill, you cannot develop a software.
That's true.
Develop one software, you need people of all different types of skills.
Yes, sir.
And that is why I had this introduction session so long, and I asked everybody to tell about themselves, because you will have to learn how to work in a team.
Hmm.
You have to know how to uh, build a good relation with everybody, and take help from each other.
Okay, sir.
Until you do that, you cannot become a software engineer. That is for
Okay.
sure.
Yes, sir. Done. Clear, sir.
Perfect. uh, okay. So any question on this? So once you have splitted those work, let's say UI, database, and this and that, for every activities, even UI work also can be splitted into multiple things, multiple activities. As lower you can split them, you can do that. That is better. And then for each item you give time, 1 hour, 2 hours, day, in hours or days, whatever is applicable. Then there will be a total estimate given that to develop this login page, how much time is required. So UI team will say they need 1 day, 2 day. Backend team will say that they need 2 days. DevOps team will tell they need another 1 day. QA team will say they need 3 days. You understand? So then total time will be added as a total effort, and that will be the estimate. And then we will say that okay, this can be done within a sprint of 1 week or 2 week or not. Then we'll create a product roadmap or product planning, that okay, in every sprint, which all stories we will be able to complete. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So once planning is done, now it is the real time hands-on work you are starting now, and that work is your technical design. So till now you did not touch a tool except Jira, where you logged in and you understood the requirement, you did question answering and all. Now requirement is ready, your estimates, you gave the estimates for it, you created task, gave the estimates. Now you are going to do the designs. Primarily, these are the 4 types of designs which you might need to do in some or other ways. So UX design, that will tell you how the page should look like, where your widgets should be, what should be the color combinations, what should be the style. So this is the input for the UI developer. One UI developer needs to know how the page should look like, so that accordingly he can code it and deliver. Okay. Then DB design. You need to know where the data should be stored, from where you need to fetch the data, what should be the size of the data. So you have to do database design. Then API design. You need to write API design. So nowadays all applications we are driving through API, microservices and all. So your API will be playing the interface between your database and UI. So as a API developer, your Java developer, you need to know what all inputs will be sent from UI, how they need to be processed, what business logic to be applied, how it needs to be stored in the database, then what data to fetch, how to filter, what to process, and then send back to UI. So API design need to be happening. Then UI, UML diagrams, right? So when you talk about the entire process, you know database, you know what are the APIs, UX and all, then you have to understand the flow, programming flow, your application flow, your logical flow. Okay. So all different types of diagrams you have to draw. That will include your class diagram, sequence diagram. Okay, all different types of UML diagrams. So if
Okay,
you
sir.
do all these 4 things, then you will be able to develop your product with the best quality. If you miss any of these steps, then there will be many loopholes in your product.
Okay.
And these all you are going to do hands-on.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I got one doubt.
Yeah.
Basically, my another friends who are all present here are one different background and has different teams to become one of some becomes UX designing, DB database and all.
Hmm.
So I want to become a QA.
Hmm.
So my question is, if one of my friend has done UX design, means I need to wait until the UX design is completed, right?
Yes.
So once after it is completed, when it comes to me, I need to check that.
Your
If
role will be to understand that UX design so that when you will be testing it, you should be able to verify that developer UI developer has designed as per the UX specification or not.
okay,
And also your use cases, your test scenarios, when you will be writing, you can take help from the UX design, because UX design is the image, or it can talk more than your descriptive stories.
okay, sir, I got it now. Suppose I write my own test cases or test scenarios like 1,000.
Hmm.
I check 1,000. I got 500 defects in UX design only. So I
Hmm.
need to report all that 500 defects to UX design, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, done.
Because first requirement will be written by the business analyst, and you need to verify the UX is designed as per the requirement or not. So there will be discrepancies. Sometimes UX is right, but your description in the requirement is wrong. So in
Okay.
that time, you will report it as an issue, and then business analyst and the UX designer will discuss together. You will also be a part of that, and then they will see that which one is correct, which one needs to be updated.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Any other question? If no, now you will be doing the coding. So normally what happens is people who do not come through this kind of training, right? They don't know where to start. So they will by heart questions and they will try to clear the interview, and then they will fail. Even in the training institutes, they will not teach all these methodologies or steps. So what will happen is you just by heart questions, or with very little knowledge you go for interview and you fail. So with a very clear mind, with process oriented mind, you do all this, and it cannot come just once I explain you for 1 hour and it will everything you will be able to know. It will not happen. So you have to practice it. You have to practice the process also, not the coding only. So whatever we are talking, everything you do hands on for a couple of months, then you live with it. Basically, it will come in your words. When you talk something, naturally it will come in your sentences, and interviewer will realize that you have a real time experience. Okay. So once you have all those designs ready, now you are choosing which programming language to select, which framework to select, and then you will start coding in that. Whatever requirement is given, you will convert them into code.
Okay,
So
yes, sir.
Done, sir.
yeah, while you are coding, you have to use the best design patterns, best APIs, algorithms, security guidelines, performance guidelines, everything. Now, design patterns, people who are coding, so you need to know all Java design patterns, J2E design patterns, microservice design patterns. Okay, those all things you have to learn. And I will be guiding you through this upcoming sessions. There will be many algorithms also which you have to learn: searching algorithm, sorting algorithm, and algorithms and design patterns and all those normally are common for across all the job profiles, specifically the algorithms. Whatever job profile you might belong to, they might ask you those patterns, especially on when you are a fresher.
Okay, sir.
Now you have done the coding, you have done your self testing, and then it will be tested by the QA team. Once it is done, then you have to demo it to your customer. So your first customer will be your lead, your tech lead, whom you need to show. If it is not applicable, you have to show it to your business analyst or the product owner. Okay, if that is also not applicable, or if it is done, then you might need to do one more round to the customer. Sometimes you do it, sometimes the product owner does it. So that demo is your final product, which is outcome of all those teams. starting from the business analyst to developer, QA, designers, everybody. Everybody, whatever effort they have put throughout the sprints, then now you are going to demo and you have to see the customer like it or not. If customers like it and they give good feedback, bad feedback, that is what will be calculated for your uh, delivery quality. If they are happy, they are ready to purchase your product, they are ready to move on with it, then they will appraise it, and then you will be satisfied that okay, whatever work you have done, that is worth now. So in these few terminologies are there, agile, release train and all. I'm not calling out more of them because it will be too much for you. In the upcoming sessions, I will give more details on this. For now, you can just think that I gave you example of a login page. So once it is done, in the demo day, you have to come, you have to present your screen, you have to explain, you have to show that you can enter the user ID password, you are able to log in, it is looking good, color combination is good, positioning of the widgets good, home page is displaying correct properly, performance is very fast you are able to log in, log out, all those things you will be able to demonstrate. And this demonstration skill everybody has to have. So this is a
Done, sir.
product demonstration. Similarly, when you code, there will be code review. So you have to demonstrate the code, and you have to demonstrate, in fact, in front of me. You demonstrate the code. When you design something, you have to demonstrate the design. When you write some requirement, you have to demonstrate. Okay. So each and everything, whatever you do as a part of your work, you should be able to demonstrate it properly. Then once demonstration is done, then there will be feedback, and feedback will come from all different parties. When I say party, it could be your colleague, your developers, your tester, business analyst, okay, architects, customers, anybody and everybody. And what kind of comment? It could be look and feel, it could be robustness, scalability, security, performance, on those lines. Once feedbacks are given, then you have to see out of those feedbacks, few will be good for your appraisal, and few comments will be bad, few will be for to improvement. So improvement one and bad ones you have to take consideration, you have to discuss them, and you have to see how many are uh, considerable to make improvement to your product. So those normally we we create again stories or tasks on top of them, and then we start implementing it. Then again we will show re-demo it, and I will show that okay, these are the things we found as a feedback and we implemented it.
Okay, sir.
So throughout this journey till demo, everything is done. Now we sit all people together and we talk about what went well, what did not go well, and what we can improve. So feedback is anyway that is instant feedback customer gives, but as a team, now customer is not involved. Okay, now it is the team, the developers, the BA, the Scrum Master. Okay, we just sit together outside except the customer, and we say that we worked for last 2 weeks. What is that we did good? Did anybody code very well? Did anybody write the requirement very well? Did anybody test very well? Or they did not test very well? Okay, what was wrong? Did we deliver on time? Okay, we missed certain thing. There was many bugs. All aspect we discuss in this session. So we do a post-mortem of last 2 weeks work, and we note it down in a board. What is good, what is bad, and how we can improve. So once we hear about the good things, it encourages us. Hey, we become more motivated. The bad things, it gives us more lesson that these are the things we have to correct, what we could have done better. Now, what we could have done better, we take action items. Okay. Next time, I'll write the code in this way. Next time, I will write better design pattern. Next time, I will test and I will make sure all scenarios are covered. Okay, like that, all those action items we will consider so that they don't repeat it. When we do one more sprint for 2 weeks, we will try to match and complete all those activities which we missed in our previous sprint. Okay, so in that way, sprint by sprint, we develop. Sprint by sprint, we make improvements. Once retrospective is done, then our next sprint will start again. So this is how we are going to execute our next few months of journey, case by case, and every stages. Be very proactive, very responsive, and do your hard work and put your complete effort. Leave your all topics what you have outside this work. Okay, whether it is entertainment, it is talking to friends, families, and all. Minimize as much as possible. I won't say stop everything, but minimize as much as possible. This opportunity of training which you have got, you will not get it again. So utilize it properly, and as I mentioned, the 10th January, make a note in your calendar. This is going to be a turning point for you in your career, and I will help you to make it happen.
Sure, thank you, sir.
Okay. Any more questions from anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. So then we will break out for lunch now, and we will reappear again at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I will give you assignment. Okay, and then you have to analyze the assignment, and you have to tell me what you understand on it and what could be your role in that assignment.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sir, you are mentioning the roles and all, or we need to find out?
No, you know your role already, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You know you are DevOps guy. Yeah, you know you are UI developer. So in that requirement, you have to figure out as a DevOps engineer what I have to do.
Okay.
As a QA, what I have to do. As a API developer, what I have to do.
Okay.
Okay. First, I will give you a chance to do the analysis, come back to me and tell me. And then I will guide you if anything is wrong in it. If nothing is wrong, I will review it and I will tell you, I'll give you a go ahead and you will start working on it.
Okay, done, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you. See you again
Thank.
at 2 o'clock. But be,
Okay.
you can now disconnect if you want and then come back again at 2.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Take care, everybody.